Hey beautiful, welcome back to my tarot channel. If this is your first time here, I'm Roya. I'm an intuitive tarot and oracle reader. Now my dear, hope you're having an amazing day and everything's going fine with you. If today's not the best day, I'm sending you tons of positive energy, and I hope everything will be well soon. Now, guys, I'm back after quite a long time. I think it has almost been 2 weeks, which, oh my god, is so much for me, you guys. As you know, I don't like to be away for a couple of days, but like 2 weeks is a lot. I have missed you guys so much, and I hope that during this time period you have been doing well and everything, yeah, it's going good in your life and life is not too harsh on you. And I'm very excited, my dear, to be back. I was away, but now I'm here again, ready to make videos for you guys. And I thought I'm gonna come back with a very long reading as a treat because I haven't been online for quite a long time. So I'm gonna give you guys a 3-hour reading today, which is all about who will you marry, who's your future spouse. And this is gonna be a detailed one, so please grab yourself something to drink, tea, coffee, a smoothie, whatever it is that you like, or something even to eat, and get cozy. So for today, I would like to go through certain, I wrote it down, a few points regarding who your future spouse is. First of all, I would like to look into the archetype that they're embodying right now. So, whether you have met this person or not, I want to see what energy they are in today, what energy they're embodying, what archetype, and yeah. Also, after that, I would like to dive into more information about your future spouse regarding their personality or any characteristics which may be important for you to know about. Also, I would like to look into what you will notice about your future spouse first. This is something which came to me in a meditation, so I really feel drawn to look into this today as well. And lastly, we're going to look into what you and your future spouse will bond over or connect through. This was another thing that came to me. So we have a lot to look into, my dear. And as always, at the end of any 3-hour plus reading, I'm also going to do a candle wax reading at the end of each pile to create a space in which any message regarding you and your future spouse is welcomed. I'm not gonna ask a certain question. I'm just gonna set the intention towards you and your future spouse's energy. So yeah, any message for you is welcomed. All right, my dear, as always, I have 3 piles you can choose from. This is pile 1 with the devil card. Oh my goodness. This is pile 2 with the lover's card. And this is pile 3 with the 2 of cups. As always, my dear, please feel free to pause the video, or you can also meditate on the cards if you feel like you need a little bit more time to choose. You will find all the timestamps in the description box, but of course also in the comment section. And as always, my dear, please keep in mind that this is a general reading, so not everything may resonate with you. But yeah, having said that, let's begin. Hey Palawan, welcome to your reading, my dear. Now let's see, who will you marry? Who's your future spouse? What do you need to know about the person? Let's start straight away, my dear. First of all, as I already said in the introduction, I would like to look into the archetype that your future spouse embodies right now, what energy they're in. After that, we're gonna look into their personality and more characteristics about them. After that, my dear, I would like to see what you will notice first about them when you meet them. And we're also going to look into what you guys will bond over or connect through. And of course, at the end of your reading, we have the candle wax reading in which you will receive any messages that are meant for you to know. All right, so let's start. Let's look into the archetype that your future spouse is embodying right now, what energy they're in. Let's see, let's see. For my beautiful pile, one. All right. What archetype is your future spouse in right now? What energy are they embodying? All right. I want to get you guys two cards. The first, okay. 1 second. One card fell. Okay. First of all, we have the Fool card, which says fearlessly revealing emotion, helping people laugh at absurdity and hypocrisy. Okay. And we have the Alchemist, and it says transformation of base motives and goals into golden wisdom. All right, interesting energies here. So, my dear pile one, what do you need to know about your future spouse? Okay, this is interesting. The first thing, my dear, I'm hearing is your future spouse is someone who is such a gem or such a gift when it comes to having them in your life when you're going through difficulties. Of course, we don't want to have a person in our life just so, they can be our rock in like the negative times. We want to have them in the good and the bad times, right? But one thing that is really emphasized here for me is that, like, if you ask your future spouses, friends, families, one thing all those people will tell you about your future spouse is that you can always count on them no matter what you're going through in life. And they may even say, especially when it comes to those times in your life in which you feel the loneliest or you feel like life is the most difficult, you can count on your future spouse. And this is something I'm hearing which is so valuable because, and this is something I've said in my previous readings before, but it seems to come through over and over again. I mean, it is not really like difficult to find people when everything is going well, right? If like when everything is good, people will be there, people will enjoy the good times with you. But who will be there when you're going through tough times, when things are not the easiest? Not everyone wants to share this burden with you, or not everyone wants to be a part of the storm you're going through, right? And one thing that I find very interesting coming through about your future spouse here is that people see in them this rock, this person that they can count on and they know will be there when I'm hearing other people will run away. That's interesting. Your future spouse is a very loyal person. They're very devoted. This is so interesting. Through these cards, I wanted to get the archetype that your future spouse is in right now, but it feels like we're getting how their loved ones see them, It seems like we're getting this kind of reading. But I mean, I get it. I really feel like the archetype that your future spouse is in right now is truly one of a great friend. They are a great friend. Hey, maybe right now as I'm talking, there is a friend, going through something, and they are embodying this energy, and that's why it's being emphasized so much. Right now, your future spouse is truly a rock for someone, or a backbone, or a great supporter, and they are embodying this energy. And I just want to tell you that it's making a difference in their friends' life. Having your future spouse there is making such a huge difference. And maybe you can think about it from your own perspective. Think about the time in your life which was not the easiest for you, and maybe you wished that you had a friend at the time, supporting you, or maybe you even had a friend supporting you at the time. It can make such a difference, when we have someone right beside us when we don't feel our best. And I do feel like right now they are supporting someone who's going exactly through that. And it is definitely someone who's very close to them. So it could be a friend or a family member. Yeah, this is the kind of individual who has seen a lot, and they don't run away, from the darkness. I'm hearing the darkness has become my friend, in the sense that, you know, they themselves have gone through their own battles. So when they see a friend or a family member going through their own battles, they want to support because they know what it feels like. I also feel like this is someone who can lighten the mood very, very easy. Even if there's some kind of scenario in which a lot of people are very, very serious, this person knows what to say or what to do to make it more lighthearted. I feel like the reason why this person is so comfortable with being a part of things that are unpleasant. So, for example, let me explain what I mean by that. Let's just say, as I said, they are supporting a friend who's going through something, and of course, it may also influence your future spouse, right? For example, seeing this person maybe going through a hard time, or even witnessing something firsthand. The reason why they are not running away is because I'm hearing they understand how powerful it is when we support each other. It can be such a even transformative thing. Sometimes we think we are like small, we can't do it, like we can't change anything in the world. But this is like so far away from the truth, because we don't even know how impactful our presence can be in a positive way when we are at a place at the right time in someone else's life, right? In, for example, the supportive archetype. But this person understands how important it is to be there for each other. And I also feel like this person doesn't feel that um, uncomfortable in like negative times, because they know, I mean, even in dark times, there's light, There's always something we can, yeah, like the alchemist archetype, we can turn things over for ourselves. We can transform things. So even if something seems to be not the best, we may be able to create something good out of it. Even if it's just a life lesson, or even if it's just something that may look small, but sometimes small things can really make a great change, right? And I do feel like your future spouse is someone who has always something good to say to people who are maybe going through something. Not to, what is the word? Not to, I mean, they definitely, what is the word? You guys, give me 1 second. Okay, I forgot it. But like, let me try to explain it. So let's just say a friend of them is going through something. They're not trying to like sugarcoat it, or they're not trying to discredit this person's experience. That's not what I'm talking about. They see the person, their feelings are valid, what they're going through, it's all valid. That's not what I mean. It's kind of like they just want the person to maybe shift their perspective a little bit to make it like more bearable. I hope I'm explaining this the best way possible, because there was a word I was trying to think about, but I forgot. It's not like they're trying to, yeah, make people not feel valid for what they're actually going through, but they're just trying to make people feel a little bit better. Because sometimes when you're surrounded by darkness, just a small star, right? Just think about a very, very dark sky, like in the middle of the night. It may look so, so dark, but sometimes there's like one star shining through, and it may look so beautiful, because of the darkness. It is even more bright, right? It's glowing even more. It's kind of this energy. They're trying to help others through bringing light into the space, even if those people are surrounded by darkness. This is someone who puts a lot of energy into other people's lives. They don't just focus on themselves, they focus on the well-being of other people as well, even if it may sometimes be a little bit draining, or even if it may sometimes be I'm hearing them putting a lot of energy into someone else. For them, it is very rewarding because they love the other person, and if they can just help a little bit, this is already like so much. That means the world to them. Even if they can just make a small difference. All right. This energy was actually very, very intense. I just wanted to point this out. I don't know why. Like, while I was doing this first question, it almost felt like I was I don't know if trance is the right word, but like I was like in a space in which, yeah, it was very, very intense. This is someone who is a very good person. And if you are looking for someone who you want to count on, then this is definitely a very reliable person. Let me tell you that. Your future spouse is very loyal, very reliable. And when they say they do something, they mean it. They will not pretend like they are supporting you, or they will support you, but then they will not act on it, and you will be left alone. No, when they say they will help you with something, or they're going to do this, this, and that, they will really do it. I'm hearing a promise means a lot to them. All right, so now let's move, my dear, to the next question, which is all about, what's their personality. I mean, we already got some information coming through, but let's look into more of their characteristics and just more information, I guess, about who they are. All right, so for my beautiful pal one, who will you marry? Who's your future spouse? Okay, the first card we have is assessing, I would like to get 3 cards. Let me first get the whole. We have fear. One last card, please. And we have the path. Okay, interesting cards. I love how, I don't know whether this is a thing with, no, I don't think so, with like all the cards in this deck, but I like how the moon is like on the right side here in the corner. That's interesting. No, it's not on every card. I'm pretty sure of that. All right, my dear. So, what else can we get about your future spouse here? The first thing I would like to say is, okay, that's the first message. I really feel like, my dear pile 1, your future spouse is someone who they can look out of the box, you know? This is not someone who is stuck on just one way of thinking or one worldview or just one perspective. This is someone who, this could come through experience or maybe through knowledge that they have accumulated, but this is someone who understands that there are a lot of different ways in which we can look at life. We can look at our life experiences. We can look at even ourselves. Hey, going back to the message, to the previous message in which I talked about the fact that your future spouse seems to be someone who, let's just say, you know, if there is a negative experience happening, they will not only look at it as a negative experience, but they will also try to find the good in it. So this is very well coming together with this message. I really feel like, my dear pile 1, your future spouse can change perspectives. They can look from different like ways onto something. Their mind is not stuck, it is open. I'm even hearing they have met a lot of different people throughout their life who has also teach them a lot regarding this. So for example, you know, sometimes when people travel a lot, their mind really like expands in comparison to someone who has always just been at one place, not seen a lot, not met a lot of different people, not traveled a lot. So, you know, they have not really seen other people's way of living or other people's maybe values, like a lot of different things, of course. It's kind of the same thing here. Your future spouse has come across a lot of difference in many different scenarios, and this has shown them that there is no way we can look through life just through one perspective, because life is complex, and the more we open our mind, the more I'm hearing we can grow. If we always stay in this little box, we cannot grow. If we leave the box and we watch, what's beyond it, there is so much more we can learn. This is interesting. Yeah, I do feel like this is something which comes from experience rather than from reading a lot and stuff like that. No, they have experienced this firsthand. They've explored a lot. Another thing I would like to say about your future spouse is I feel like they are comfortable in new like environments or experiences. Sometimes people can have a very hard time, you know, when they are thrown into a new experience. It can be overwhelming or it can be a little bit uncertain. With your future spouse, it seems like they're very good at adapting and yeah, I'm not getting any uncomfortable feelings coming from them. Maybe because they have put themselves so often in these kind of situations that they don't bother them anymore. Like this person could, for example, travel into a place they've never been to with people who are so different from them on every single level. They would not feel uncomfortable. In fact, they would be very open to this experience and not resist it. I took a sip of my tea. All right. Another thing, my dear pile one. Okay, I don't know why, but I'm hearing 222. So if some of you guys have been drawn to pile 2 as well, then feel free to watch it. If not, then as always, just stick with this pile here. So another my dear message I'm receiving is, okay, wow, this makes a lot of sense, especially with the messages we just got in the beginning of the reading. I feel like this is someone who knows their demons. This is someone who has looked into their shadow self. They have looked into the darkest fears of them. This is someone who has, yeah, who could have definitely done some shadow work or gone through some kind of therapy or healing, but it feels like they understand, especially their, as some people would say, dark side. But what I find so interesting is that looking into the side of them that they have feared the most has actually freed them the most. Because sometimes we have to look into those sides of ourselves that may feel uncomfortable at first, but once we understand them or once we give them the nurture they need, they may actually become, yeah, our greatest empowerment, because something that we may feared, we're gonna break free from it. And that's like one of the greatest empowerments, right? When we can overcome our fears. And of course, this is not something which will happen overnight. This could be a process that your future spouse has put a lot of energy into, and once again, maybe even asked for professional help. But they've made it, and this person can, yeah, they can truly be so proud of themselves. Oh my goodness, I just realized, you guys, you have the devil card, right? And this is coming together like beautifully. One aspect that the devil card can actually embody is our shadow side, is those sides to us that, we may not like, but they're still a part of us. We are duality. There is not, yeah, there is not a good or a bad person. We have both sides in us, and sometimes we may try to distance ourselves from our negative side, but sometimes this negative side is actually what may need our attention the most. And I really feel like, my dear pal one, your future spouse has come a long way. They have grown. They have definitely empowered themselves. This person could have worked very, very intense in when it comes to their blockages, when it comes to their fears. I mean, of course, with the fear card being here, but they've made it. And maybe that's also, once again, why they don't feel that uncomfortable when it comes to their like dark energy. Not dark energy. What I mean is, like, when their friends are going through tough times, they don't run away from it, because they don't run away from their own demons either. They don't run away from darkness. They actually invite it to understand it and then conquer it. And what I find very interesting about your future spouse is that we got the alchemist archetype coming through, right? But I can't even tell you guys how much this person is truly embodying an alchemist energy. They don't see something just one dimensional, but they, once again, I mean, it's coming beautifully together like a puzzle. They're looking at something from a lot of different views, and they understand that things are transformative. Wow. I'm hearing a good thing can turn into a bad thing, and a bad thing can turn into a good thing. There is no thing such as only good or bad. I'm hearing once again duality. Another thing, my dear pile one, I'm receiving here about your future spouse is, okay, this is interesting. Your future spouse knows exactly where they're heading towards in life. This person, I feel like they have certain goals, like life goals, that they are definitely committed to. It's kind of like they have a path in front of them. Just look at that. There's like the card, the path here, right? And then there's this person and there's this letter, and then it seems like this is the destination, the path that they're choosing to go to. This is where they want to go, their destination. And what I'm getting is that when it comes to your future spouse, it's actually something very similar. Your future spouse understands where their destination is, where they want to head towards, and I feel like your future spouse is someone who is not scared to dream big. They're not scared to go for big goals. The path towards something does not intimidate them. They understand sometimes great things take time, or sometimes the road towards something big, well, it may take a while, or maybe the path is not the easiest. But I'm hearing, I did not come here to take the easy path, but the right path. Interesting. This could be something they've said, or like the mentality they have. They may not always like to go the easy way if it doesn't resonate with, where they want to head towards. So this is someone who's not scared of maybe hard work, or a little bit of challenges. Well, definitely not. I mean, the messages so far definitely show us that your future spouse is not someone who is running away from a challenge. Absolutely not. Another thing I would like to say, my dear pile one, is your future spouse is going to be someone who you will learn a lot from about life. It's not like they're going to preach you anything, but it may even just be through observing them, or through getting to know more and more about them. You're going to see that this is truly someone who has seen life, and who, I mean, if they one day choose to be some kind of like advisor or guide, they may have a lot of good lessons to teach other people. Look at that. I did not see this at all. Do you see like this night sky, like I was saying, and then all those, wow, stars just shining? This is what I'm talking about, my dear. Your future spouse knows how to shine, even in the darkest times. In fact, you will see them in their brightest self, I'm hearing, when they're going through the darkest times. Okay, this is like such a random message, but this is something else I'm receiving here. Some of you guys, it's either you or them, but you could be star seeds. Someone watching is definitely connected to the sky, to the stars, to the universe. You may feel like you belong somewhere out there. I'm getting even certain like constellations coming through. I'm hearing Orion. Okay, that's interesting. This is very specific, so take it how it resonates. But someone could be very connected to the, once again, stars. And I'm also hearing the moon, by the way. All right. Now, let's look into what you will notice first about your future spouse, my dear. For that, I would like to use tarot cards. 1 second, I think a few turn over here. Okay. All right. So, let's see. For my beautiful pile 1, what will you first notice about your future spouse? All right, let's see. For my beautiful pile 1, what? Okay, this card that was turned over, it fell. We have the 10 of Cups. Wow, what a card to get as the first card. What will you notice about your future spouse first? We have the Magician. Wow. You guys, the Magician card for me is the Alchemist card. And yeah, look at that. It came through. The Justice card. My goodness. The Queen of Wands. The Ace of Cups. The Knight of Cups. The 7 of Wands in reverse. And we got the 7 of Swords. All right. At the back of the deck, my dear, we have the 4 of Cups that wants to fall down. Okay. So for my beautiful pile 1, what will you first notice about them, about your future spouse? First of all, this was the first message I received. I really feel like one thing you will see is that they're very popular, or there's someone who a lot of people love, you know? A lot of people want to be around them. A lot of people want to, like, for example, let's just say, and this is just an example, it doesn't have to resonate. But let's just say you guys meet in some kind of like a party. You may see that a lot of people try to have conversations with them, or try to dance with them, or try to, interact with them, whatever it may be. A lot of people feel attracted towards them. A lot of people, yeah, it's kind of like they always have people around. And the reason for that is because this person's energy, people want to have them in their life. People see this person and how valuable they are, and people see how good this person is, the kindness that they have, and they want to have a good person in their life. This is also someone who gives a lot of love. They have a lot of love to share. And yeah, people love this person. I truly feel people love this person, and you will notice this about them. If you're not gonna meet in a party, okay? And of course, this is for those of you guys who haven't met this person yet. For others, maybe you already met them. But let's just say the party thing is not for you. Let's just say in some kind of work environment. You're gonna see a lot of people want to collaborate with them, work with them. A lot of people want their advice, want to be close to them. The same thing. They're a very likable person. That's one of the first things you're gonna notice about them, that's for sure. And they could even be very popular among their peers or just in their community, even, okay? You may even feel like a lot of people are like interested in them romantically, that they have a lot of options. That could be another thing you may feel. Or witness, observe, or maybe you're just gonna get this impression. Another thing you will notice about them is they're very professional, or this is someone who could be very well, like, I'm hearing someone who has good skills. Somehow you may get this impression. Maybe you're gonna feel like this is someone who has a lot going for them, or maybe someone is gonna say something and you're gonna get this impression. But you will feel like this is someone who is very good at what they're doing. They have certain skills, they have certain knowledge. For some of you, they could be well educated even. I'm hearing you're gonna feel like this is someone that you would like to have as a partner. Maybe these traits I just said regarding, someone who has a lot going for them when it comes to their career is something that you're actively looking for in a partner. And it's kind of like you're gonna feel like they tick a box in that sense. Maybe you're looking for someone who is well educated and you're gonna see it in them and you're gonna like that about them. Something like that. Okay, this is very interesting, and what I can already say is I don't know how you're gonna get this impression because I'm not getting anything regarding that. I'm just receiving what you're gonna notice, not how you're gonna notice it about them. But it's very interesting, like how you may get this impression. But another thing you will notice about them is that they are a very fair person, and for this person, it is very important to create a harmonious space or a fair space. If this person is a, let's just say, like a boss or something like that, let's just say they have a high position, you're gonna see that they will create a good environment for everyone, that works there. That's what I'm getting. And this is not only work related, you may not even see this in their workspace, but just generally speaking, this is what they do regarding any area of their life. Even when it comes to, let's just say, them meeting up with friends or family, or once again, let's just say this party, social gathering, you're gonna feel somehow that this is someone who is fair and wants to create a fair environment for everyone. Another thing I would like to say is this is also the peacemaker. What do I mean by that? Yeah, this could be something you see. Maybe when you meet them, there will be two people or more who will start arguing or having a fight. You will see this person going between them and start or trying to create peace between them. I don't feel like this is someone who likes or who encourages chaos or fights and all, not to say that they don't, yeah, I feel like they don't like it. It's not like they would never do it. I mean, if they have to, of course, they will not shy away from an argument or from a fight if necessary. But if they can create a peaceful environment, if this choice is there, then they will always choose peace, I'm hearing. So they're not scared of confrontations, but they would rather see once again a good environment for everyone. And if somehow you're gonna see someone will fight and this person is also there, you will see that they will definitely take the role of the peacemaker, trying to bring clarity into the space, not like they will not allow it to escalate. This is someone who wants people to once again live harmonious with each other. And if they can, they will try to remove the tension or remove arguments and fights. This is a very interesting message. Once again, I'm wondering how you will notice this. Pretty, yeah, it could be because of, you will observe it literally happening in front of you, or maybe you will hear something. Someone will tell you something very courageous they once did. They de escalated a situation or something like that. Could also be the case here. This is also someone who loves animals. I'm hearing a fair leader, once again, a fair leader. And this is someone who definitely, oh my goodness, I feel like this is not someone who hates people. They don't have hate in their heart, okay? Of course, you can dislike people or try to keep certain people away from your energy and from your life. But this is not someone who hates. However, if we had to create a category regarding people that this person absolutely don't want to have in their life, it's definitely people who are fake, sneaky, dishonest, people who have alternative motives, people who are willing to walk over everyone just to receive their just to achieve their goals. These kind of individuals, this person definitely don't, yeah, like they don't like it. Cunning people, like stuff like that. Okay, this is very interesting. One thing, my dear, I would like to say that I'm receiving through these messages is that you will definitely enjoy interacting with your future spouse. That's something I'm getting very, very much. It's not only you, I mean, as I said, it seems like your future spouse, there are always people around them or people who would like to connect with them because this is truly a wonderful person. But coming back to you, for sure, you're gonna like interacting with them, exchanging, being in their space, being in their energy. It feels so uplifting. Yeah, they are truly the star. This star that shines, even in the dark, they shine. You will like your future spouse's energy. You will like it a lot. I feel like, okay, this is very specific, but I'm also getting that your future spouse is someone who has a very strong support system. It's kind of like it is not only them, but the kind of people they have surrounded themselves with, or let's just say their inner circle, is very similar to them. Also loyal, also reliable, also very supportive. It's a give and take. It's not only them doing everything and then draining themselves and then not having anything, like any energy left for themselves. No, it's kind of like supporting each other. So it's not only them supporting, but other people supporting them as well. They could have a group of friends which honestly truly feels like family to them. Friends who are family, I'm hearing. They have found their people, that's for sure. This person has found their tribe, so to speak, and I feel like emotionally they're very, very happy. They're very satisfied with the relationships they have in their life, with the people that they have surrounded themselves with. Maybe it hasn't always been this way, but looking at this energy now, they're at a very good place with the people in their life. All right, this is all I'm getting for this question. So let's continue. Now, my dear, I would like to look into the last question before the candle wax reading, which is all about how will you guys bond? Excuse me, no, not how. What? What will you guys bond over or connect through? Okay, what similarities may you guys like? What will bring you guys closer, especially in the beginning? What will you connect to together? Let's see. Oh my goodness. All right, so let's see. For my beautiful pile one, what will you guys bond over or connect through? The first card we have is the Knight of Cups. Oh, you guys, 1 second. A few cards fell on the floor. Give me 1 second. All right, let's continue. We have the Judgment card. The Queen of Wands. The Six of Swords. The Emperor, and I have again a few cards. Why are these cards falling on the floor? All right. The Two of Swords, and look at that, we have the Queen and the King of Wands. And we have another king, the King of Cups. At the back of the deck, we have the Two of Pentacles. All right, so my dear pile one, what will your, okay, I can already see something. I feel like, my dear, the first thing you should know, you and your future spouse will connect through a lot of similarities that you have regarding your hobbies, I'm hearing, or things that you're interested in. So, for example, let's just say maybe you would like to travel to certain places. Maybe you love traveling, and your future spouse could also be someone who loves traveling. And it could be the case that you guys will travel together, right? You will connect, you will bond through it. I see through like the things that you're passionate about. Even if you guys have differences, the things that you love or the things that you care about, like your hobbies, are very, very similar. That's one thing I'm getting, and you will be able to connect through it. Maybe you guys will talk about it a lot. Maybe you guys will, once again, do those activities a lot together. It doesn't have to be something big like traveling. It could even be like maybe you like taking walks in nature. Once again, it doesn't have to resonate, but just as an example here. And yeah, you guys could walk together, through nature, explore nature. It just feels like through the things that you like doing, you guys are gonna spend a lot of time together, and this will bring you guys closer. But I do see that traveling could be a thing here. So maybe it is very specific for someone. Another thing I'm hearing is through the way you see like family or the connection you have towards your family. Okay, I see. What I'm getting, my dear, is that one thing you will love about your future spouse is how close they are to their loved ones, to their friends and family, and how much those people mean to them. And this could be something that resonates with you a lot. You could also be someone who cares a lot about their loved ones and, of course, loves their loved ones a lot, right? And you may like to have a partner who, is also like this, also very open, has love to give, and of course is able to receive love as well. And I feel like this is something you will, yeah, also kind of bond over how much you guys love the people in your lives, and you will get each other. When you see your future spouse interacting with a loved one, it may surely touch your heart. You will get the love, you will get how important it is to have loved ones in our life and to nurture those relationships and to, yeah, just allow them to grow and to oh my goodness, this is like I can literally feel this love right now. This is incredible. Yeah, this will definitely bring you guys together because it is not just something you will like witnessing or observing when it comes to your future spouse, but you get it. You get how sacred the relationships are to our dearest people, right? Okay, I'm receiving a very interesting message. What I'm getting is that you will love seeing your future spouse consistent like that. I really feel like, my dear pile one, your future spouse is gonna maybe be the initiator or take a lot of um, the effort when it comes to pursuing you, and you're gonna love this. You're gonna love seeing them putting in the effort, trying to give you a cup of love, trying to win you over, whatever it may be. It's kind of like I'm hearing you're not gonna question this person's intentions. I'm hearing they will not make you doubt this connection. That's another thing. Okay. Another thing, my dear pile one, I'm receiving here regarding what you and your future spouse will bond over or connect through is actually a very interesting message. What I'm seeing is this is your counterpart. You and your future spouse. I'm seeing two counterparts in this energy. And this could be something that you actually will feel, something you will know, maybe even share with each other, but it's kind of like, yeah, regarding the question what you will connect through, honestly, it is the connection itself. The connection that you guys have already connects you guys. Yes, of course. I mean, I just shared certain things that, you guys will like and bring you even closer. But over everything, the first thing, the most important thing is the connection itself, because it's a very significant connection. And I'm gonna say it, of course, take it how it resonates, but this is a spiritual connection that will bond you guys together, which, I mean, it's kind of like you guys meet and you're already connected, you know, through the spiritual connection. I'm hearing you have always been connected to each other. This is so interesting. This is a very significant relationship. This is something I can already say. Wow. Wow, pile one. Oh my goodness. Okay, pile one. Now, I would like to prepare everything for your candle wax reading. Bring your bowl and your candle, and yeah, then we can start. So, I will be right back. Hey Palawan, I am back and I have prepared everything for you. I have your bowl right here and your candle. Let's start. Let's see, my dear, let's see. I'm gonna create an open space, and any messages, my dear, which are meant for you to know are welcomed. So let's see, for my beautiful pile one, what else do you need to know about your future spouse, about you, about your guys' relationship, whatever it may be? Let's see, let's see. Okay. Do you remember somewhere in the reading I talked about the fact that I feel like your future spouse is someone who's very popular, and it seems like a lot of people are also attracted towards them. Now, what I'm receiving, my dear pal one, is exactly that. Yes, your future spouse is definitely very attractive in a lot of people's eyes, and I see that this person rejects people on a daily basis. This is someone who, yeah, a lot of people are interested in them, romantically speaking. Also, like platonic, I mean, we got this message right. People want to be like friends with them, want to have them in their lives because this is truly a wonderful person. But sticking with the romantic thing, romantically speaking, I definitely see this, my dear. I see that, yeah, there are a lot of people interested in them, that's for sure. And I'm hearing rejection, very, very actively rejection, yeah. Okay, another message, my dear Palawan, I'm receiving is a lot of people in your life will be very encouraging when it comes to this relationship. I'm getting specifically two people coming through here. a man and a woman. And these people will be very supportive of this relationship, you know. They will be very supportive of you and you pursuing this. They will also like your future spouse a lot, so maybe these will be the first people you will introduce your future spouse to or tell about when it comes to your future spouse. But I see them, yeah, being very supportive of this union. Not to say that other people won't, but for some reason, there is a significance with those two here. Okay, I'm receiving a message from your spirit guides actually coming through. And what I heard is we are bringing you guys together. It's kind of like they are initiating something or they are combining your guys' paths together. For those of you guys who haven't met this person yet, for those who have met them, well, you have met them, right? But for others of you who have not, this is very specific for you. It's kind of like your spirit guides telling you, we are doing our thing, okay? We are keeping an eye on this union. We're bringing you guys together. Yet it feels like there is some kind of like intervention or like guidance from your spirit teams in here. Yeah, it doesn't surprise me at all with the I mean, we already got that this is a spiritual connection, so it feels like a lot of energies are involved in this, you know. A lot of energies are yeah, bringing you guys together, connected to you guys, your spirit guides, their spirit guides. Another message, my dear, and this could also be very specific for someone, but for a few of you guys, you will relocate when it comes to this, like with your future spouse. You may together move to a different place. I'm seeing here. It seems like you will go on a journey. You will move, perhaps even. But this could be very specific. It doesn't have to resonate with everyone, but I see you guys changing something very drastically, and for the majority of people this is definitely regarding the place where you live. You know what I find so beautiful about this union, my dear, about this connection? I'm getting energetically, yeah, that's what I'm seeing. I'm getting that both of you guys are truly so invested in this. You know, sometimes, unfortunately, one person could be more into the relationship than the other, more invested, you know, emotionally, mentally, on so many different levels. And the other person may be a little bit detached or not really that present in comparison to the other. And what I'm getting when it comes to this relationship, both of you guys are putting so much energy into this. And it's not only that, but you truly want to work on this. You truly want to build something together. And I see equal energy coming through. You want to create a relationship. They want to create a relationship. You want to build something. They want to build something. You are devoted. They are devoted, you know? Both of you guys are coming through with, yeah, the energy of being ready. You may meet this person, my dear, for those of you guys who haven't met them, at a time in your life when you are ready for love. Regardless of whether you actively think about love or not, I definitely see that you are ready for a relationship. Ask yourself right now, are you ready for a relationship? And see what answers come through for you. But what I'm seeing is that when it comes to this relationship, you will be ready for it. Okay, that's interesting. I'm seeing like paintings coming through. I don't know whether it is connected to a special occasion, but I literally see you guys being painted. Like, okay, that's interesting. Someone is painting you guys, and then I see you guys putting this painting like on the wall. It could be very significant. Maybe you're gonna get this done on a very important day, or maybe it's gonna mean a lot to you guys. But I know it's very, very random, but yeah, that's what I'm getting here. A beautiful painting of you and your future spouse. Another thing, my dear pal one, I would like to share is this is gonna be the kind of relationship in which you're gonna feel very encouraged when it comes to the things that are dear to you. It's kind of like you're getting motivated, you're getting energy from this relationship. You know, sometimes we may meet someone who makes us feel a little bit discouraged and not so much motivated, uninspired and all that. This union is the complete opposite. It inspires you actually. It makes you feel motivated, it makes you feel passionate. And it literally gives you energy. For some reason, my dear, I'm getting that this relationship will give you energy. This is interesting. This is all, my dear pile one, that I have for you guys. I know we got a lot of messages, so yeah, my dear, if you would like to claim this energy, let's go with a star emoji because we got the star coming through so much throughout your reading. Drop a star emoji in the comment section below if you would like to claim this energy for yourself. As always, if you haven't, I also invite you to subscribe to the channel. If you do, my dear, don't forget to hit the bell because otherwise you may not get notified when I upload a new pick a card or candle wax reading. And my dear, as always, if you would like to connect with me more on Instagram, I invite you there as well. My beautiful pal one, take care, my dear. Hey pal 2, welcome to your reading, my dear. Now let's see, who will you marry? Who's your future spouse? What do you need to know about that? First of all, my dear, there are a few categories that I would like to go through. We're going to start with the archetype that your future spouse embodies right now. So let's look into what energy they're in currently. What do you need to know about it? So let's start straight away. For my beautiful pile 2, what archetype and energy is your future spouse embodying right now? All right. The first card we have is the teacher archetype, and it says ability to communicate knowledge, experience, skill, or wisdom. Let's get you guys another one. Okay. And we have the guide archetype. And it says represents the nature of the divine in life and in yourself. The first thing, my dear pile two, I would like to mention is that I really, really feel like your future spouse right now is at a time, or at a point, better to say, in their life in which they may be in some kind of a leadership position or in a higher position in their life. I feel like there are a lot of people looking up to your future spouse. Your future spouse could, either in their personal life or in their career life, be very much respected for something, or of course in both areas, right? But it seems like there is something that your future spouse offers that is very, yeah, I'm hearing fought over, like people want to have it. What is this about? Yeah, I feel like your future spouse, my dear, is someone who they could give people advice. This is someone who's very experienced. It doesn't matter the age of your future spouse, whoever they are. First of all, let me tell you, they're very mature and they're definitely very experienced, and people know that. And I feel like people value this person's advice a lot, their guidance, you know. I mean, look at that. We have the teacher and the guide archetype. Both of these archetypes are a person that gives advice, right? Like teaches. Um, it's just so interesting because with a teacher, there is like a student learning from the teacher, and with the guide, there is someone listening to the guide, right? To get guidance. And what I'm feeling regarding what archetype your future spouse is in right now, they're definitely helping a lot of people at this time. Yeah, maybe it's connected to their work, maybe it's just connected to who they are as a person, but people are going to them and asking for help, asking for advice. Maybe your future spouse is someone a little bit influential. Maybe they have a lot of resources with which they can help. It just feels like this person right now is making a lot of differences in other people's lives. Maybe it is them working in their community. Maybe it's them donating in some kind of organization, whatever it may be. I really feel like your future spouse at this time in their life is trying to give back. You know, sometimes people who have a lot, they may be a little bit greedy, and then there are people who have a lot and they actually love to share, you know, their resources because they like other people to also profit off of what they have, especially if they don't need that much, you know, themselves. I really feel like the second thing is what's happening here. Your future spouse could be at a very good place in their life. However, it's not only about them. They definitely feel very, very connected, you know, to their like community or to other people, and they would like to give back. This person is so, so happy when they know that their help has helped other people or perhaps even changed other people's lives. Yeah, I feel like there are, like, on multiple levels, there is a lot that a person can learn from this person. Whether it's their knowledge, whether it's from their experience, whether it's from what they have, you know, this is someone who is very generous and they are also very resourceful. By the way, for some of you guys, not for everyone, but for some, they could literally be in some kind of situation or position in which they literally teach something. Or maybe they offer some kind of service which I'm hearing improves other people's lives. This person has worked very, very hard for where they are right now. So if they are in a position right now or an archetype in which They are helping others. It took them a very long time to become who they are today. And maybe they grew up not as fortunate as they are right now, and they've worked very, very hard to be as privileged as they are. And it's interesting how I feel like this person has not forgotten where they come from, and they could be very grounded as well. This is someone who doesn't believe that they're better than other people just because they are living maybe a more comfortable lifestyle, or maybe they have more than other people. It would never even cross this person's mind that because of that reason they may be better. This is not how they see life. They definitely see everyone as equal, and therefore they love to help because they understand those people who have less. We have to help each other because we're all connected, like on a, I guess, spiritual level, right? We're all one. So it's important to support where we can. Plus, you never know why a person maybe has ended up in an unfortunate situation, right? Sometimes certain, situations are out of our control, and unfortunately, that can leave us somewhere where maybe we don't have that much anymore. So, for this person, it is so important to help out, truly help. Yeah. Another thing, my dear pile, too, I would like to mention here is I really feel like your future spouse is also someone who has a very strong guidance, like a spiritual guidance. It's kind of like, one second, let me see. Yeah, okay, let me first say that. As I said, I feel like this person has a spiritual team which is actually guiding them as well, supporting them, protecting them. I'm also hearing. And whether this person is aware of it or not, it's still influencing their life pretty heavily. That's something I'm seeing here. It does feel like your future spouse is someone who has been some kind of leader in other lifetimes as well. It feels like this person has experience in that energy, not only in this lifetime, but also in others. They know what they're doing. It's kind of like something that comes natural to them. Some people may say that it is like a talent that they have. They're maybe mesmerizing, people feel drawn towards them, but this is truly something that I'm hearing they resonate with on a soul level. They love to lead others, not because they want to be the boss and they want to boss around. No, as I said, this person sees an equal in everyone. It is because they truly understand, how I'm hearing power can be used without misusing it, without allowing the ego to come between your purpose and the power that you have. Interesting. This is a very fair person as well. This is someone who can keep a cool mind even in stressful situations, or even when things may turn confusing. They keep their eyes on the goal. It is very, very difficult to manipulate this person or try to confuse them because they will see through it. And I'm getting at least one animal coming through, which this person could either have a connection to, or who's actually a spirit guide which is connected to them or supporting them in the form of an animal I'm seeing here. This is a very self-aware person. They know themselves, and I'm hearing that's their power. A person who knows themselves, it is very, very difficult to try to manipulate them or trying to disconnect them from themselves. This person has a lot of trust in themselves, and they also have a lot of trust in life. Yeah. No matter whether they are spiritual or not, but they trust in something, whether it's God, the universe, energies, or just life, they trust that life, nature is working for them and not against them, which makes them go through life very confidently, I'm hearing. Another thing, my dear pal, too, I would like to mention here is that, okay, this is interesting and this is very specific. There is a child in this person's life. It could be maybe a sibling or maybe a family member, maybe a friend's son or daughter or whatever, but someone like a child that looks up to this person and is very inspired by them. It's kind of like, let's just say it's their nephew, as an example. This nephew looks up to this person, but not only that, I'm hearing wants to become like them in the future. So whatever work field your future spouse actually works in, this person may also, like the nephew, may also like to become that. Yeah, do you guys remember like when we were younger, like for some of us, not everyone, but some of us may had like a role model or like a hero that we had in our environment, maybe a sibling, a friend, whatever, a family member. And we have the same thing happening with your future spouse here as well, and this child. They look up to your future spouse and they're inspired. And I am getting that this child is truly very, very young, but they're still so inspired. Like, that's very sweet. Oh my goodness, that's actually very, very heartwarming. Like, yeah, it's so cute. This is like such a random message, but I'm receiving it like so clearly. I feel like even you're gonna learn a lot about yourself from your future spouse as well. Your future spouse could literally teach you something, my dear. Whether it's some kind of knowledge or skills, but I feel like there's something you're gonna learn from them, and it's gonna bring you even closer to yourself. Hey, maybe if you remember, I said that this person truly knows themselves, and it's very difficult to try to disconnect them from themselves or manipulate them. Maybe they will also inspire you somehow to connect with yourself even more, to get to know yourself even more. And this is going to be also your superpower. Because, yeah, okay, that's interesting. I'm getting specifically that this person could actually help you when it comes to your self love journey. Interesting. Okay, this is all I'm getting so far. Now, my dear, let's continue. I would like to get more information about your future spouse, about their personality, characteristics, just anything. Who is your future spouse? What else can we get about them? Okay, the first card we have is peace. All right, and we have two here. We have creation and trust. Wow. Yeah, absolutely. All right. Okay. The messages, my dear pile 2, are pretty straightforward here, and I'm receiving a lot of messages. Okay, first of all, let me start with this. What I'm getting is that for your future spouse, my dear, there is one thing that is like one of their priorities in life, and it's their peace. Their peace of mind, their peace of, just generally speaking, emotional peace, feeling well, like well being is their highest priority. And what I'm hearing is that if someone enters their life that is trying to bring turmoil into their life and disrupting this peace that they have, they will cut this person out, like, yeah, off immediately, you guys. This is not someone who tolerates anything like that. Your future spouse loves themselves, like, truly. They value themselves and they put their peace and well being up there, like, up there when it comes to the priority list, okay? And they just don't joke around. Sometimes a person may know that a situation is not good for them or a person is not good for them, but they will tolerate them because maybe they don't want the confrontation, or they just, they don't want to change the situation. Even if it's not the best, they just leave it like that. This is not the kind of person. Your future spouse is someone, if they see that something or someone is not good for them, I'm hearing ciao. I'm hearing goodbye. Yeah. Your future spouse puts themselves first in a very healthy way. And they understand we have to have good boundaries, because sometimes if we don't, we will be the one suffering from it. So for your future spouse, it is something honestly like non-negotiable to make sure that what doesn't serve them, they keep away. I do feel like, my dear pile 2, the way the energies are coming through, your future spouse may have struggled with finding peace a very long time. Maybe this person had a lot of periods in their life in which there was love turmoil going on, There was a lot of, I'm hearing chaos happening, and the storm was very strong. And even though they try to find peace, even in like a tornado, they, yeah, they were not able to do that. So now it is the most important thing for them to maintain this peace that they have, because I'm hearing, I don't want to lose it once again. Wow, okay, interesting. So, yeah, there could definitely be some kind of background situation or story as for why peace is like such a big deal, which, I mean, of course peace is important for everyone, right? I don't think there is one person, well, maybe, I mean, we don't know, but most people will not say no to a peaceful life, right? But sometimes when you go through certain periods in your life and certain experiences, something which may be desirable to many will become even more important to you. So let me give you guys another example. Let's just say someone unfortunately goes through some kind of betrayal. Of course, everyone wants loyalty in their life, right? But if a person has experienced some kind of, yeah, betrayal, loyalty may become even more important to them than to the next person, right? Because they know how it feels like to not have it. Therefore, it is so important for them to have it in the next partner. So that's what I'm trying to explain here. It's kind of like peace for them is something that is extra important to them because they know how it feels like to not have it. To desire it, but not have it. And let me tell you, there is nothing that they will sacrifice their peace for. And you could be someone, by the way, as well, who is a little bit similar in that area. Maybe you're also someone who does not joke around when it comes to your well being and your peace. Okay, I'm getting a message that you know how it feels like to. I'm hearing your peace being taken away from you through other people or people bringing stress into your life. So maybe for you, this aspect of peace is also very, very important. I truly feel like, I know we're not asking about the relationship, but I truly feel like, my dear pile 2, both of you guys are gonna encourage peace in each other's life, and you're gonna help creating a very peaceful environment, maybe in your home, maybe in your friends like circle, but that's what I'm getting here. Another thing, my dear pile 2, I'm receiving here is, I feel like your future spouse is someone who creates stuff. Like they actively create something. It could be connected to their work, but I feel like it is more so something personal. This person may have certain hobbies in which they have to be very creative, but they definitely are. This person is very, very creative. They are bringing this energy into the space, and yeah, it feels like this person, their mind is endless with ideas, like limitless. This person could start different things in their life and they will always find ideas for it. Yeah, I'm hearing a colorful mind. They have a colorful mind. That's sweet. Wow, okay, I'm receiving a very specific message. A lot of those ideas that they get is like, I'm hearing they're actually messages from their spirit guides. It's kind of like their spirit guides are sending them a lot of those ideas. A lot of major ideas I'm hearing. I mean, it's not like every creative idea they have is coming from a spirit guide, but I'm seeing that very significant ones, maybe connected to their work, maybe connected to a big project, even in their personal life, is actually them being guided from their spirit team and them kind of sending something over. This person has a very strong spirit team. This is something I'm seeing so, so strongly here. I'm hearing all eyes are on your future spouse in a very positive way. Like all their spirit guides' eyes are on them. They're, yeah, they are looking after this person, kind of. It would be very sad if your future spouse is not aware of their spirit guides, because all these things become even more beautiful if you understand where it comes from and if you understand how powerful this connection are that you have to divine energies. I mean, whether you know it or not, they're there. But if you know it, it's even more beautiful, you know? That's what I'm trying to say. I'm receiving especially one spirit guide that they have, which is embodied by feminine energy. So it could be a feminine spirit guide that is influencing their life a lot. Another thing, my dear pile 2. Yeah, okay. Another thing I'm receiving is I feel like the trust between you and your future spouse will also be very, very sacred. I'm even hearing for some of you guys, your future spouse will be the first partner you will trust fully, or you will have a lot of trust in. I see a lot of transparency. You know, when we look into the relationship between you and your future spouse, this is not a relationship to play games, not a relationship to be childish, you know. This is like a true relationship. Two people coming together to share love and to create something. Not one person playing the other, not one person fooling around. No, both of you guys are here to, I'm hearing to love and to create. And of course, trust is one of the foundations, right, of a good relationship. And what I'm receiving is this trust that you have with this person is not going to only be very crucial for you guys, but it's also going to be very empowering. Especially for those of you guys who may sometimes have trust issues or maybe have experienced trust issues in relationships in the past. This relationship could be very healing in that area of your life. Like, it could be very healing when it comes to you having trust issues or negative experiences that you have had in connection to trust and betrayal and stuff like that. I'm also hearing loyalty. Let me tell you, your future spouse is very, very mature, my dear pal, too. And this person is truly here for a relationship. This is their mentality. And this could be something that they will also make pretty clear from the beginning to you, that they're here for a real relationship. They're here for commitment. That's what they're looking for. That's what they want to create. They're going to keep it pretty open to see whether you guys are compatible. I also feel like, my dear pile 2, this is very interesting and very beautiful. This could be specific for someone, but I feel like someone is coming through, someone watching who needs their space. Even if you're in a relationship, you know, you need to have your own space. You need to have your own sacred space that, oh, you know, you can always go to when things are overwhelming to you in your life, you know, in whatever area it may be. Sometimes you need your own space. Even if you have a partner who loves and supports you, you still need me time. And what I'm seeing is your future spouse will give you the space to do so. They will not be over, like, I'm hearing like independent on you. Excuse me, dependent, dependent on you, or they will not feel like upset when you want to, have your own time. They understand. I mean, just because you want your me time doesn't mean that you don't like your partner. In fact, sometimes you may need it so you can be a good partner, because everyone needs some time in which they can just recharge just by themselves. Because at the end of the day, even if you are in a relationship, you're still your own person and you are allowed to have your own space. And this is what your future spouse, I see here, gives you. In fact, I feel like when it comes to your home is coming through here for me. It is all about safeness, it is all about peace. And once again, also having your own space. Whenever you have the desire, you can go there and, recharge by yourself, read a book, do something for yourself by yourself. You have the space. And not only is your future spouse very supportive of that, but they even encourage it. Maybe your future spouse is also someone who likes that. They like to have their me time. If this is you as well, then definitely you're matching here with a good person who understands your need to do so. All right, my dear, this is all I'm getting so far. Now, I would like to continue. Let's see, my dear, pile 2. What will you first notice about your future spouse when you meet them? Let's look into that. For my beautiful pile 2, what will you first notice about your future spouse? Let's see. Oh my goodness, too many cards. Okay, I will only take this one because the others are too much. The first card, all right. Let's continue. Oh no, I wanted also to read reverse. So we have the 10 of Cups here as well. Interesting, 10, 10. 10 of Wands. The 7 of Pentacles. What will you first notice about your future spouse? The 6 of Cups. Oh, let me make sure you can see all the cards, my dear. Okay. Seven of Wands. Too many. The Ace of Cups and all right, and we have the Knight of Swords. Let me make sure you can see all the cards. And we have the Two of Wands. Oh my goodness. All right. Okay. The first thing, my dear pile 2, I would like to share regarding the question, what you will notice first about your future spouse is, okay, this is very interesting. You're gonna feel like your future spouse is trying very hard to impress you. Maybe you may even feel like they're stressing themselves out, or they're trying to impress you very much, I'm seeing you like smiling and laughing like internally about that because it's gonna be so obvious. So I truly feel like your future spouse is not gonna um hide how much they, are interested in you. Even within your first meeting, they may make it pretty obvious and you will notice that, and it will be very amusing to you, that's for sure. It feels like your future spouse has put a lot of thought into maybe how they have approached you, at first, and maybe they have some kind of topic that they know you will like to talk about, to have a conversation with them for the very first time, whatever it may be. But it feels like this person has, yeah, they have put a lot of thought into how to reach out to you. If this is online for some of you guys, maybe they have written a very funny text message to you, something like that. And if this is offline, the way they have approached you, I'm hearing, is going to be very amusing. And you're going to see and feel that this person is truly interested in you. Another thing you will notice about them is that they're very generous. So this person could maybe gift you something or do some kind of gesture which is very generous, which is very sweet of them, I'm hearing as well. One love language they could have, by the way, is also gift giving. They could give you flowers or something romantic, I'm hearing. Maybe they know. Okay, this is so interesting. Although we're asking here about what, let me see. I mean, the question is, what will you notice about them first? But it's kind of like this person is prepared for your first meeting. For some of you guys, this could be like a first date. You meeting up with someone for a first date, maybe someone you have met online, and then you are meeting up with them for the first time. And of course, they know that they're gonna meet you and they've prepared. If it's no such thing, if you're like naturally meeting for the very first time without having interacted before, maybe this person is gonna like a few minutes before they're gonna approach you, they're trying to, understand how they can impress you the best, because they may just see you and be attracted towards you. And if you guys are in some kind of environment in which people know you, let's just say this is a wedding. Okay, this is like such an example, so it doesn't have to resonate. But let's just say you guys are here on someone's like, yeah, wedding, and they may ask the bride or the groom, who you are, and then they may ask, yeah, certain information about you because they want to approach you in a positive way, and therefore they will think it through. And yeah, that kind of energy here. It seems like something they will put a lot of thought into this. That's what I'm getting here. Another thing, my dear pile 2, and I feel like this is not something necessarily you will notice about them within the first like meeting, but just generally speaking, something you will notice about them very early on. And it's that they're very protective over you. And what I'm getting is that this is something which you're going to appreciate or find very sweet of them. Of course, it depends on the situation and how it's appropriate, but in some kind of a situation, you're gonna see that in them, that they truly care about you. And not only that, but they're very protective of you as well. And you're gonna find it very sweet. You're gonna appreciate a lot, I'm hearing. Okay, take it how it resonates, but I'm also hearing for someone gentleman or gentlewoman, okay? Okay. For some of you guys, if you remember, I said that this person may try to impress you very, very hard. And it seems like they may even do something very like funny or ridiculous even. And what I'm getting is that maybe years after you guys are married and all, you may think about these like early stages in your relationship and then laugh about it because they may say, yeah, I thought it through, I didn't know how to approach you or impress you, so I did this and that, and I knew that was ridiculous, but I really wanted your attention or whatever. So this is interesting. I feel like this is actually a very sweet moment that you guys will always keep dear, or like a great memory. Your future spouse, my dear pal, too, will be very patient. They will show you that they're interested, they will make it pretty obvious, but they will be very patiently waiting for you. It could be the case that this person, they may like to take this relationship faster than you may like it. It kind of, yeah, it feels like you're coming forward with the like earth energy, with the pentacles energy, wanting to take this slow, and grounding it, and, slow and steady kind of way. And they are coming through with a lot of like passionate, fast moving energy. And what I'm getting is that they will be very understanding, and they will give you the space. They will um, take the break, I'm hearing. They will allow you to go by your own speed, even if it may be slow to them. They're okay with it because at the end of the day, you have to feel comfortable, and they would never ever want to pressure you or make you feel not comfortable. So therefore, I feel like they will also um, come down a little bit, maybe not show you how much they truly would like to take this relationship to the next level, because they may not want to overwhelm you. I mean, they will tell you, but they will not initiate any kind of action which they may feel like you're not ready for yet, or maybe you may need more time for, So, for example, if this person feels like want to keep dating them, you're not ready yet for the start of your relationship, they will be very respectful of that. They will say to more dates, excuse me, they will say yes to more dates, and they will go with your speed, and whenever they feel like, okay, from your side, you are ready for the relationship, you would like to make it official, they will definitely be open to it as well. But it does feel like they will want things quicker than you. This person will feel very passionate towards you, let me tell you that. They want you, And another thing I would like to say here is your future spouse, they see a future with you. That's also a big reason why they pursue you the way they pursue you, because they genuinely want to have you in their life. I feel like your future spouse is someone who is definitely the more like commitment kind of person, and because they see you compatible to them, and they see a commitment with you in the future, they make it so yeah, they put so much effort in this, because they truly want this. Yeah, this person will see you very early on as a potential partner or even spouse, whether they share it or not, but they do. They see a future with you. For some of you guys, maybe they will also very early on ask you certain questions, which are pretty like a serious question, such as, when do you want to get married? Do you want children? Do you have children? And stuff like that, because yeah, they're going straight to business, I'm hearing. And maybe that's why you will feel like, okay, take a break, let's go slow. Because maybe their energy is like very commitment, very fast moving. And yours is, yes, maybe you also want commitment, but you want to take your time. You want to slow it down a little bit. Yeah, very interesting. Another thing, my dear pile 2, I would like to share here is one thing you will notice about your future spouse as well is that they definitely are ready for new love. You will not feel like your future spouse is stuck in the past or there is an ex lingering around somewhere. No, somehow they will make it obvious to you that they're ready. They're ready for a new relationship, they're ready for commitment, to be with you. You see this? It's kind of like they're offering this cup of love to you and it's overflowing. They're ready, they have so much to give to you. They have something to offer you in the form of a relationship and they want it. That's what I'm seeing here. And yeah, they're definitely coming with speed. That's for sure. All right. Now, my dear pile 2, I would like to go to the next category or the next question, which is all about what will you bond over or connect through? What similarities or things will bring you guys together? What will you share that is common and both of you guys will, yeah, kind of get closer through? Let's see, my dear, what will connect you guys even more or what makes you bond even more. Let's see. For my beautiful pile 2, what will you bond over? Let's see. Oh my goodness, 1 second, a few cards fell. All right. The first card we have is the 2 of Wands. King of Wands. Queen of Swords. 4 of Pentacles. Ace of Pentacles. We have the Knight of Cups. We have the 6 of Wands. And we have the 3 of Cups. At the back, my dear, we have the Magician. All right, so for my beautiful pal 2, what will you guys bond over or connect through? First of all, what I would like to say is you guys will have similar goals regarding the future. This is something I'm getting first. So the vision of the future, your plans for the future may be very similar regarding what relationship you guys want, what you want to build together, how you would like to live in the future. It's going to be very similar, and you're going to see each other as, yeah, a great match or as very compatible. And this will bring you guys even closer to each other. It's kind of like, for example, it doesn't have to resonate with everyone, but let's just say both of you guys want to build a house, have children, I don't know, buy a farm, whatever it may be. But it's kind of like you have the same vision for the future, and it makes it so much easier to see each other, in each other's lives. It's not like one of you guys wants to buy a farm and the other wants to travel the world, in the next like years to come. No, it feels like very, very compatible and similar, and it's gonna bring you guys even more together. And let me tell you guys one thing, by the way. Your relationship feels so secure and it's coming through. I really feel like one thing that will, yeah, bond you guys even more or bring you guys even closer is how secure your relationship is in the first place. Both of you guys are very mature. Both of you guys are truly ready for this. You want this, my dear. And you will build this on such like safe and secure foundation that, yeah, nothing can really break this. Another message I'm getting is, okay, I'm getting one of you guys coming through as like fire, the other coming through as water, and this has nothing to do with your zodiac signs, okay? You could be a fire or a water sign, but it doesn't have to. That's not what I'm referring to. I'm talking here about energies. But it's actually, once again, like duality, fire, water. This is interesting. Yeah, it's kind of like even the differences that you guys have are actually very complementing, Like, for example, if there's something your future spouse is good at, but you're not good at, but then something you're good at and your future spouse is not good at, it's very complementing, It's kind of like, it's not like two halves are coming together. No, I see both of you guys are already whole, two wholes are coming together. But still, there are love things that you can, bring into each other's lives, which will, I'm hearing, bring a lot of beauty into the other person's life as well. So you have your strengths and weaknesses, and they work out beautiful together. Another thing, my dear pile 2, okay, what I'm getting, my dear, is this is interesting. There will be a lot of people around you who will support this, who will encourage your connection. And this will bring you guys even closer to each other, If you have, for example, your loved ones liking this person or seeing the beauty of this connection, it makes it even more beautiful, right? It's kind of like people see how compatible and how great you guys are for each other, and it's gonna strengthen your bond even more. You're gonna get a lot of support from others, from like the outside, Yeah, once again, this aspect of security is coming through. Your relationship is very secure. This is actually beautiful. I feel like you're gonna feel so safe with each other. And this is gonna connect you guys even more, Feeling so safe around the other person and just, yeah, feeling like home. That's what I heard. Feeling like home. Another thing, my dear pal, too, I would like to mention here is I feel like you will actually fit into each other's life beautifully. Like, for example, let's just say when it comes to their friends group, you will actually fit very good into their friends' circle. And yeah, you will get along with them pretty well. It's kind of like, once again, complementing each other and each other's lives. It will be it will be very easy. And maybe for some of you guys this is something that is just like so difficult to imagine, because maybe relationships have been very difficult to you. Like, there was always something, a catch, which came very, like, it had to be difficult, and maybe for you relationships and easy don't fit together. But what I'm seeing is that you deserve you deserve a relationship that doesn't drain you or that doesn't feel difficult. You will be accepted, I'm seeing here, by your future spouse's loved ones, and they will be accepted by your loved ones. And this is the kind of relationship which is all about building a community, building a space, building a life together. I'm hearing building something which comes from a place of love. Building through love. That's what I'm hearing. Wow. Oh my goodness. This is very powerful. A very powerful message. This is definitely a very strong relationship. All right, my dear pile 2, I would like to start with the candle wax reading. However, I have to get your bowl and your candle, so I will be right back. Hey pal 2, welcome back. Now let's start with your candle wax reading. As you can see, I've said everything, so let's start. Let me light up your candle for my beautiful pal 2, and then let's see what information can we get about your future spouse, about you, about your guys' relationship. I want to keep this energy open, so any information for you that is meant for you is of course welcomed. So let's see. What do you need to know? Okay, the first thing, my dear pile 2, I would like to share with you here is, okay, this is very interesting. What I'm seeing, your future spouse is gonna, I'm hearing they will always make sure that you have rested enough. Now, I don't know whether some of you guys have a busy schedule or whether, you sometimes forgot to rest properly. But what I'm getting is that your future spouse will put a lot of importance into that. They may even tell you, they may literally tell you, you should rest or you should, take some time for yourself. It's just like they're gonna make sure your well being is always prioritized for you. It's kind of like, when you love someone, you of course care for their health and for their well being just as much as you do for yourself, right? While sometimes people even care about other people's well beings more than their own well being, unfortunately. But when you love someone, of course, you care about their, yeah, And what I feel, my dear pal, too, what's being shown to me here is your future spouse will give you, in a lot of different ways, the feeling that I'm hearing they will always take care of you, or they are taking care of you. I don't know whether some of you guys maybe in past relationships felt like, mm, I'm hearing not being treated the way you deserve to be treated. And if that's the case, I'm sorry to hear that. But what I find very interesting when it comes to the dynamic between you and your future spouse, it is truly coming from a place of love. You know, you and your future spouse, you truly care for each other, and it's gonna be so nurturing, honestly. I mean, them approaching you, telling you to rest, is an expression of how much they care about you and they love you, right? And I even feel like your future spouse may create certain like circumstances that will make you feel very well. Like, for example, maybe they will, I don't know, like buy you a ticket to your favorite spa. And then, of course, you will go there and have a good time. Or, maybe after a very, yeah, long day of work, you will come home and, they have prepared something for you to rest and to just, take the evening slow. It just seems like they truly put their effort into making sure that you're doing well. And this is definitely a love language of them as well. This is a way of them expressing, once again, their love to you. Okay, another message, my dear pile 2, I'm receiving here is when you guys meet at the time, one of you guys will be ahead of something. Maybe it is career related, or it could also be something totally different. But what I'm seeing is that one of you guys will help the other person out because they have more experience or they know more about this aspect of life, and they will be a great support for the other person. Interesting. This is the kind of relationship in which you genuinely are good for each other. Okay, another message, my dear pile 2, I'm receiving is at the time when you guys choose to get married, and this is specific for that, at the time when you get married, one of you guys will have to take a decision which they are a little bit unsure of. Now, this could be, for example, connected to you guys moving. Maybe you want to move after you got married. You want to live somewhere else or change location, for example. But one of you guys is going to be a little bit unsure, maybe where to go. And this is just an example. It can also be something totally different. But I like to use examples to make certain energies more like clear, like describe them better. And yeah, so it seems like I feel like it's them. Yeah, it is them. It's not gonna be you. Something that they will need to figure out. And I don't know why this is coming through because it feels a little bit random. But at the same time, there is no such thing as random, right? Let me see. Can we get more information? A decision. It has nothing to do necessarily with you. I mean, maybe with your guys' circumstance, but okay, I'm hearing you don't need to know more at this time. Okay, I'm gonna leave it then. Okay, let me see what else we can get. Another thing, my dear pile 2, this is a very interesting message. What I'm getting is this relationship will remove certain, let me see. I'm hearing it will remove weight off of your shoulder that you have been carrying with yourself for quite a long time. And I feel like it is connected to your love life. Maybe you guys have been stressing around a lot because of your love life, because of what you would like to have but you didn't have, or maybe even because of negative experiences of the past which are still stuck on you. What I'm seeing, my dear, is this relationship, this is the new love kind of energy that will allow you to set yourself free from the past, you know? It's kind of like closing a chapter and starting a new chapter, but truly closing it, not allowing it to influence the new chapter that you are embarking on. And yeah, I'm seeing it's connected to love. This relationship may allow you for some reason. It's kind of like, yeah, I feel like for you guys, for some reason, the candle wax reading is not completely opening up to me. There are a lot of information that is kind of kept away from you. Maybe you have already heard enough for today, but it just seems like there is something that you will be able to finally release through this relationship. Something that has been heavy on your shoulders connected to your love life. Maybe it is the pressure of you wanting to get married, but you're not finding the right person, and it may have worried you a little bit, you know, whether you will actually find someone suitable or not. And of course, once they come in, you will be able to let go of the pressure because you found your person. It could be something like that. But of course, it could also be something related to an ex. If some of you guys still feel like, you know, energetically speaking, you are still attached to someone, or their energy is still attached to you and you don't like it. Yeah, I definitely see you bringing a cut, like a very strong cut into your love life in the past and your love life in this time. You will leave it. I'm hearing because it doesn't make any sense to carry it with you any longer. I'm hearing you can't take something which has ended into a new beginning or a new cycle of life. Okay, I'm receiving a very interesting message. The first period of your marriage, I see that it will feel like time passed pretty quickly. You know, sometimes let's just say a year starts, right? And then it is almost like the end of the year, and we're just like, what? Time? Like, how is it possible? I didn't even feel the year going by. It feels so quickly, you know? It's just wow, like where did time go? So fast, almost the new year's coming ahead again. I'm getting kind of this energy here. I feel like your honeymoon phase will be pretty fast. Like, it's almost like you guys are gonna be in your own little bubble that you will not even be that aware of how fast time is taking, I'm hearing. Yeah, for some reason, in your first time being married, time will go very quickly, is what I'm hearing. Maybe because you're so happy, and sometimes when we're very happy, life truly feels like it's going quicker in comparison to when something is not going that smooth, and it just feels like it is, being delayed and delayed and delayed, like it's going just too slow. This energy feels pretty fast. Yeah, very speedy. Yeah, this is actually all I'm getting, my dear pal 2, because as I said, in comparison to, for example, pal 1, I haven't recorded pal 3 yet, but your candle wax reading feels a little bit closed off. So I guess that's all you are supposed to know today. So, my dear pal 2, if you would like to claim this energy as yourself, or excuse me, for yourself, let's go with your, yeah, I think a flower emoji is cute. Drop a flower emoji in the comment section below if you would like to claim this energy for yourself. As always, my dear, if you haven't, I also invite you to subscribe to the channel. If you do, don't forget to hit the bell, because otherwise you may not get notified when I upload and you pick a card or candle wax reading. And my dear, as always, if you would like to connect with me more on Instagram, I invite you there as well. My beautiful pal 2. Take care, my dear. Hey, pal 3, welcome to your reading, my dear. Now let's see, who will you marry? Who's your future spouse? First of all, my dear, I would like to get you 2 archetype cards regarding what archetype they are in right now at this time in their life, what energy they're embodying. What can we get about it? What do you need to know about this time in their life? So let's start straight away. For my beautiful pal 3, what archetype is your future spouse in right now? Let's see. Okay, interesting. We have the Alchemist card, and let's get you guys one more card. Oh my goodness, this fell out. And we have the Prince archetype. All right, so the Alchemist archetype says transformation of base motives and goals into golden wisdom. And the Prince archetype, romantic charm and potential for power. Okay, the first thing I am receiving is I really feel like, my dear pile 3, your future spouse is ready for love. They are ready to find their partner. Now, for some of you guys, maybe you have already met this person. For others, maybe you have not met them yet. But regardless of that, I truly feel like this person is looking for the right person. And I definitely feel like this person, they don't mind waiting. They don't mind looking for love for quite a long time, because for them, it is not about being in a relationship, it is about being in a relationship with the right person. So even if that means you're gonna be more patient, or you're gonna search more, that's okay with them. Because okay, this is very interesting. I am being drawn towards the Two of Cups like the whole time. And I truly feel like this card is coming into the energy of the reading, which is very funny because this also happened for Pal 1 with the Devil card. With you guys, you have the Two of Cups, which is also kind of bringing itself in the space. And what I would like to say is, I truly feel like, my dear pile 3, what your future spouse is at this time in their life looking for is this Two of Cups. They are looking for an equal partner, They're looking for someone who, yeah, they're truly in love with, a true life partner, and even hearing a soulmate. yeah, oh my goodness, this person, they're looking for the real deal. And I truly feel like this person doesn't have any problem with being by themselves, with being alone or single. As I said, they would definitely rather be single than with the wrong person, that's for sure. This is someone who loves to be single as well, like, because they love that they have time for themselves. This is someone who has a great relationship to themselves. So when they are by themselves, they are definitely in great company, that's for sure. And what I'm feeling though still is that at this time in their life, they're truly looking for the one, you know? And this should not pressure you if you haven't met them yet. Don't worry about it. The energies are bringing you guys together. This is just, their perspective. They're truly ready and they're definitely open to love. However, it has to be with the right person. And I do feel like this is someone who is also very romantic. So when you're going to meet this person, you may get those vibes from them. Also, I'm getting that they're very charming. This is maybe someone who knows how to play with their charm and knows how to impress other people. I feel like this is someone very attractive. People get attracted towards them, especially their energy. This person is very good with once again, I'm receiving a message. Excuse me. Okay, let me first say what I was about to say. So, this person is very good with, like, interacting with people, They're not awkward or anything like that. In fact, they know how to be charming, how to leave a positive impression on other people. That's what I'm getting. Another message I receive is also, my dear, their love language could be gift giving. That's another thing I'm receiving here. For some of you guys, you could have been drawn to pile 1 as well. If this is the case, then feel free to watch it. If not, then as always, just stick with this one here. Another thing, my dear pile 3, I would like to mention about your future spouse is I feel like your future spouse has come a long way. This person has turned their life over completely. You may not even believe where they started off if you hear about their story and about their journey, because it has been so transformative. It has been just wow, changing constantly, and this person definitely has worked very, very hard for where they are today. That's for sure. Some people may not even think that they have gone through the journey that they have gone through, because if you look at them today, you may not really assume them maybe having yeah, I'm hearing a rough start. They may have had a rough start somehow, maybe in life, or maybe when it comes to their work, it could also specifically being connected to one area of their life. But of course, it could also just be generally speaking. Things may have been a little bit difficult for them in the beginning. However, they created, the right circumstances for themselves and they turn things around. this is truly a hard worker. If they put something into their mind, no matter the odds, they will probably achieve it because they will not allow, I'm hearing, circumstances or people to discourage them. Even if they have a dream that a lot of people find ridiculous at first, they will prove otherwise. Not for others though. This is not like, this person doesn't do these things just to prove other people. Like, no, I really feel like they don't care about whether other people, will be proven differently or not. They do this for themselves. I mean, they want to have a better life, they want to create a better future for themselves. And yeah, people will see their results, but they're not doing it just to prove anything to anyone. They're definitely more so focused on themselves. This is something I'm getting here as well. This person may also be very good with their hands or creating things, building things with their hands. Yeah, I feel like this person could have a lot of different hobbies in which they create things. Once again, there is an emphasis on hands. So, yeah, it could be maybe building something such as and this is just a small example, but let's just say furniture, or maybe sewing with their hands. Like, of course it could be so many different things, but it just seems like they like to use their hands a lot. This person likes to do things that take time. They don't like the easy way. Like, for what do I mean by that? Let's just say, my dear, someone's future spouse, okay? Of course, it is much easier to go to the store and buy a tomato, okay? However, this person likes to maybe grow their own food, like touch the earth and grow the seeds and all these things. They just like to do it themselves, even if it takes longer, of course, to get the end results. It's not so much about the end result, it's about the journey, it's about the process itself. Another example for, yeah, it could be, let me think of something. Yeah, let's just say clothes, okay? Of course it is easy to just go into the store and buy a t-shirt. I don't know, but when you sew a t-shirt yourself, it is like so fun, like the process and all. Of course it takes longer, but once again, it's almost sometimes a little bit meditative, to do something that is maybe normally not a big deal or may not take long. Like, there is an alternative, you could just go and buy it, but you taking the time to make it from scratch, for example, it brings a satisfaction with it. And I really feel like your future spouse is someone who likes to do these things. They like to do things maybe from scratch, where other people just go and buy it. Yeah, it makes them happy. It also keeps their mind, I'm hearing, silent, especially for overthinkers. Doing certain activities can be actually very, very positive. So maybe that's also what they like to do. They like to occupy themselves with something so their mind doesn't have time to just, overthink everything and stress them out. Yeah, this does feel like a form of meditation, you could say, through certain activities that you do. This is so interesting. Although we started this off with the archetype aspect, what I'm getting now are only information about your future spouse. And another thing, my dear, I'm getting is that someone's future spouse is very interested in science, chemistry, physics, biology. I'm getting, yeah, I'm getting signs coming through here. Interesting. Maybe they were really good when they were in school in science, like in scientific, like um I'm hearing exams for some reason. Okay, that's interesting. Another thing, my dear pile 3, I would like to share here is your future spouse will love your sense of style. I know this is so random, but that's what I'm getting. They may like your sense of fashion or the way you wear stuff. You may be someone who knows exactly what looks good on your body, and you may like to, yeah, express yourself even through the way you wear stuff. And they see that and they are very impressed by it. I'm hearing you do it for yourself. You do this for yourself and they love it. They love that fashion is a way of you expressing yourself for yourself, and I'm hearing it's a form of art, it's an expression of that. That's interesting. So this is something that maybe they think. Maybe like if someone is watching this and you are normally someone who doesn't really, like, maybe you're not really interested in fashion, maybe at the time when you and your future spouse will be together, you will be interested in it if it's not really yeah, something important for you right now. Maybe at the time when this happens it will be, and therefore we're getting these informations coming through. I'm hearing flower, or I'm hearing also wildflower. I'm hearing someone is a wildflower for some reason. Interesting. Now, my dear, I would like to get more information about your future spouse. To be more specific about their personality, about, characteristics, or really just anything that you're supposed to know about your future spouse. Let's see, who are they? What else do you need to know about them? For that, I'm gonna use more oracle cards, by the way. All right, so let's see. For my beautiful pile 3, one card fell. Give me a moment. Okay, the first card we have is the beginnings card. I would like to get you 3 cards, so let me first get the other cards as well. Too many. Okay. We have release and we have wisdom. The first thing, my dear pile 3, I would like to mention is, okay, I heard this is someone who truly sees or let me put it that way, they are a very optimistic person. And I'm hearing their optimism has given them a lot of energy throughout like difficult times. Yeah, okay, this reminds me a lot of pile 1. There could definitely be a connection for some of you guys, not everyone. But as I said, I truly feel like this person has been the one trying to keep their spirit, light when things were not that easy for them. It truly feels like they themselves had to very often count on their own help. Maybe this person did not grow up with a lot of support, or maybe they felt like at times where they needed other people the most, there was no one to support them or motivate them or help them. So it kind of taught them that you always have to have your own back. You cannot always count on other people or expect other people to bring you out of a certain situation or to help you, but you have to be responsible for yourself. And of course, it's something we all know, right? But I feel like there has been maybe a major tower moment which made them truly realize this, that maybe they thought certain people would be there to help them, but then it actually turned out very different, and a lot of people turned them like their back on them. It's not like this person doesn't trust people. They trust people, absolutely. But they just have, learned that one person you can always rely on at the end of the day is you. Because others may never fully act the way you would like them to, because of course they're their own human beings. They have free will, right? As they should. And well, I just feel like it taught them that it is important to grow the relationship that you have towards yourself, because at the end of the day, you come here alone and you will also leave this place alone. So very often we're putting so much energy into nurturing the relationships we have with others, which of course is a great thing to do. There is no doubt about that. But sometimes we may not even consider nurturing the relationship we have towards ourselves, or we may not even see necessary building a relationship with ourselves. We may even find it ridiculous when we hear these things, or when we hear about self-love, connecting to ourselves and all that. Some people may just think like, what is this? How are you supposed to have a relationship with yourself? Like, some people may have these kind of thoughts, right? But this is about you strengthening your bond to you. And, I mean, I always like to say it. There is a reason why in the ancient times, very often on like temple doors, there was written, "Know thyself," because this is truly where all the power comes from. When you are connected to yourself, when you know yourself, when there is nothing that can disconnect you from you, there is also nothing that can take your power away. And actually, very often when people give their power away, it's when they're disconnected. And this person knows that, and I truly feel like they actually nurture the relationship that they have towards themselves very, very much, and they prioritize it. And I even feel like they may inspire you to do the same. This person is very good with. One second. Yeah, I feel like this person is very good with like detaching, releasing, as the card may say, right? Sometimes, okay, I understand. Sometimes we may know that something is not good for us, but we may have a difficult time letting go of this thing. With your future spouse, that's not the case. Once again, this person, they know their worth, they love themselves, and I feel like they're very quick to detach when they feel like something is not working in their highest good. And another thing I would like to say is, my dear, I feel like for some of you guys, you may actually struggle with this a little bit. You may have a difficult time when it comes to releasing the past or moving on, detaching from certain things that are not good for you. And it may actually be such a great thing seeing this person and how easy it is for them, because they're not compromising you guys when it comes to their peace. Like, they're truly not. This person, they want to live life and they want to live a good life. And if something is in resistant, like resistance to this, or if something is trying to sabotage this, why should they leave it or accept it in their life? If a person, for example, has entered their life and they're not good for them, they will not allow this person to stay any longer. Why should they? I'm hearing, I don't own anything to anyone. I just own myself a good life. And if someone is in my life and they have bad intentions towards me, there is no reason for me to accept it. I'm hearing because I have to take the decision. No one else will throw this person away of my life. I have to do it. This is someone who's very, very good with changes. They may even welcome change. Yeah, they may really do. Another thing, my dear pal 3, I would like to share here is, this is interesting. I feel like this person is someone who knows the power of like dreaming. Let me explain what I mean by that. This could be someone who loves to read a book that, takes them to a complete different world, them just starting an adventure, when you're reading, let's just say, a fantasy book, if this is your cup of tea. And you know how it feels like when you almost feel like you are like through you're going through a portal and you are going into a different world, and it's just such a beautiful feeling when you almost like the world around you, it fades away and you are emerging into a new world with a new character, with new people. This person loves this. They love this daydreaming kind of aspect of, I'm hearing, reading. So maybe this is someone who reads a lot, or maybe when they were younger, they read a lot and it was almost like a safe space for them to go back to. And even now, they may still like to do it. This is someone who has lived 1,000 lives, I'm hearing, because they have read a lot of books in which they were always able to go on a new adventure and meet new people. Yeah, this is someone who loves to read books. Wow, yeah. It's kind of like their imagination. Like this childlike imagination that we have when we're younger. Sometimes when we grow older and the roughness of, the modern day world, it may actually take it away from us. But this is someone who has kept it alive, their vivid imagination, and they love to emerge into it, you know? And a good book is definitely a good way to invite it in again. This is very, very sweet. I feel like reading books for them is like connecting with their inner child. And specifically, I'm hearing pirates for someone. Maybe when they were younger, they liked pirates a lot. Or like medieval stuff, I'm hearing as well. Medieval. Dragons. Okay, this is interesting. I'm getting a lot of things coming through. This is so sweet. This is like, yeah, a child's imagination. Wow, this is very valuable. This person is connected to their inner child. And whether they know it or not, but through reading, they definitely nurture it a lot. They definitely feel very nurtured, that's for sure, when they read a good book. Another thing, my dear pile 3, I'm getting two colors coming through. I'm getting blue and green coming through. It could be significant to someone, maybe to them, to this person. But yeah, that's what I heard, blue and green. Okay, this is all so far that I'm receiving. Now, my dear, I would like to get more information about your future spouse. And what I would like to look into is, what will you first notice about your future spouse? So, we're diving a little bit into your guys' first meeting, but let's see, what will you notice about them first? What do you need to know? Of course, for those of you guys who have already met them, this could be like a confirmation for you guys, but this may more so be for those of you guys who haven't met this person yet. For my beautiful pal 3, let's see. Okay, the first card we have is the 7 of Wands. We have the Magician card. The Knight of Pentacles, the 10 of Swords. The 6 of Wands. Another 6, the 6 of Swords. Too many. The Justice card. And we have the Moon card. At the back of the deck, my dear pile 3, we have the Ace of Cups. Interesting. The first thing, my dear pile 3, I would like to mention regarding the question, what you will notice first about your future spouse is you will see them as a potential romantic partner. In fact, I do feel like you may be very attracted towards them. So this feels like, okay, I'm gonna say it, but of course take it how it resonates. I know not everyone believes in it, and that's totally fine. So see how it works out for you. But for some of you guys, it could even be love at first sight from your perspective here. And what I would like to say is, yeah, definitely attraction, as I said from the beginning. This doesn't feel like you guys meeting, not being interested in each other at all, and then maybe you getting friends, and like later on, one of you guys is gonna start being attracted towards the other. No, this is not what I'm getting. This is much more one of you guys will already see the potential, like at least one of you guys, maybe even both of you. But I'm looking here only from your perspective, so I cannot say anything about your future spouse because I'm looking here at what you will notice about them first, not about what they will notice about you as well. So, as I said, my dear, we're definitely getting a lot of intensity coming through from you, and you will definitely see them as a potential, maybe even spouse or partner, honestly. You may feel like this person, let me see. Okay, do you guys remember when I said in the beginning of the reading that this is someone who is definitely ready for love? However, it is all about being with the right partner for them. It is not about just being in a relationship, but it's about having the right people around, having the right person around, you know? Not only in love, but generally speaking, also in their private life. They want to have the right people around. This could be someone who would rather have two good friends than, let's just say, 20 casual friends, you know? And one thing you may notice about them as well is this person may be a little bit protective of themselves. Now, it doesn't mean that they will do something to you that will make you feel this way, but this could be something you will observe. Maybe you're gonna see that a lot of people are interested in them, but when people approach them, this is not someone who's just gonna casually open the door for everyone to just enter into their life. No, they're definitely careful, and I do feel like it is because there have been people who tried to just get into their life without listening to their boundaries and all. So for them, of course, you have to protect yourself to make sure that certain people who are not good for you are not a part of your life. It is your own responsibility. And yeah, this person is aware of this. And you will see it. You will see that it is not easy to be a part of this person's inner circle. But you're gonna see that a lot of people want to be a part of it, though. A lot of people want to be with this person, whether it's platonic or romantically. This is also a great communicator. You may get this impression through having a conversation with them. Maybe you're gonna see that, wow, this person actually, it feels great talking to them, and they can also express themselves very, very well. I'm hearing very highly for some reason. Yeah, I heard very highly. This is a very authentic person, and this could be something that you will feel from them, that this person is not trying to come off a certain way, but what you see is truly them. Like, for example, if they are charming, they're not trying to be charming, but they actually are charming. If you remember in the beginning of the reading, I got the messages that, you know, this person is very romantic and they're very charming. I feel like it is something like truly authentic to them. This is who they are. They're not trying to fit something or come across a certain way. No, this is who they are. Honestly, throughout the whole reading, one thing I can say is that this person, they don't really care about what people think of them. The things they do is for themselves. Another thing, my dear pile 3, which I find very, very interesting here as well, is I'm getting there will be something about this person you will be surprised of. And maybe at first you're gonna think that they are a certain way, but then they will actually prove you, excuse me, prove you differently. So what is this about? Like, honestly, with the moon card being here, it seems like the energies are, yeah, keeping some kind of information away from us. You know, there's like this hidden energy in the room, this secrecy kind of energy. They're not sharing everything here, but you will be surprised. Hey, maybe you're not supposed to know everything about the first meeting and the first impressions, because if you do, where's like the surprise element, right? Where's like the fun of the unexpected? Another thing, my dear pile 3, this could be specific for someone, but for some of you guys, you could also be a little bit different from this person in the sense of like physical traits. And this will be something you will notice as well. Maybe you guys have different hair colors, eye colors, whatever it may be, maybe a different background even. But this is also going to be something you will notice about them. And what I'm seeing is that you will actually like it. You know, you will find it very cute. Like, you will find them very attractive. You may like that they are different from you. Okay, another thing, now that we're speaking of this, they may also come across a little bit mysterious at first. Maybe it is because they are different to you. So, you know, differences can always bring a certain like mysterious energy to the room, because of course we don't know what they're all about, so it makes them mysterious, right? This can also be the case in here. You will also get the impression that this is someone who's very secure. Yeah, a very secure person. Maybe because of what they're wearing, you know, they're coming across as someone who is very put together, someone who maybe also lives very comfortably. For example, if they're wearing a certain brand, that could give you this impression. But if it's not so much about brand, still you're going to feel like this is someone who takes good care of themselves. And as I said this, I heard, wow, they smell really good. So maybe they're wearing a certain like perfume that you know or that you really like, or you think, yeah, smells great on them. That's another thing. Another thing, my dear pile 3, okay, this is interesting. I don't know whether you will get this impression firsthand, like whether you will see something that will give you this impression, because it more so feels like you may be hearing something about them, which will give you this information. But what I'm hearing is that this is someone who, one second. Yeah, okay. This is someone who's known for being very generous with people, I'm hearing. Maybe they like to help, maybe they like to give back. But that's what I'm receiving here. I don't know why I'm feeling throughout this first meeting with them, you will actually observe them a lot. Of course, it depends on the situation, right? Because sometimes we may meet someone at a place, but we can't really interact with them that much because, of the surroundings and all. But it just seems like I do feel like you will interact with them and there will also be a conversation between you guys. But for a very long time, you may just stare at them or observe them. They will definitely spark your interest. It's kind of like you're gonna be very, very curious about them and you will want to figure them out. You will want to get to know more about them. And of course, we have this element of you being very, very attracted towards them as well, which is gonna make you, being drawn towards them even more. So yeah, this is very interesting. I'm getting a lot of excitement coming from your, perspective here. You will want to get to know them, that's for sure. Okay, I think this is all I'm receiving for this question. Now, my dear, let's continue. The next thing, my dear, I would like to look into is what will you guys bond over or what will you guys connect through? What similarities will bring you guys even closer to each other? What do you need to know? Let's look into that. This was something which came to me in a meditation, so I really feel drawn towards looking into this. Let's see, my dear. What will connect you guys even more to each other? The first card we have is the Three of Swords. We have the Two of Swords. The Ace of Pentacles turned over. We have the Queen of Pentacles, the Six of Pentacles. Oh my goodness, one second. A few cards fell. All right, we have the Tower and we have the Emperor. Let's get you guys one last card. Only one, please. All right, and we have the Three of Cups. At the back of the deck, my dear, we have the High Priestess. Oh my goodness. All right, so for my beautiful pal 3, what do you need to know? What will you guys bond over, connect through? What will bring you guys even closer? Let's look into it. First of all, my dear, this is a very emphasized, very emphasized message. I feel like there will be one experience that both of you guys have gone through in your life that both of you guys will like understand something very similar. Let me see, what is this about? This is not like trauma bonding. This is not what I mean. It's kind of like both of you guys have experienced something, and it is not necessarily something bad, but it's something that maybe not a lot of people have gone through, because maybe it depends on life circumstances, you know, and it's kind of like your future spouse is going to be the first person who has gone through it as well, and I literally see you guys laughing about it. So maybe you have never met anyone who you could resonate with like that when it comes to this experience. What is this about? Can we get a little bit more? Should I get some more cards to see? Well, actually, I would like to just go with this spread. Maybe later on in the candle wax reading, we will get more information about this, but definitely an experience that both of you guys have shared, and yeah, it brings you guys closer, that's for sure. I'm hearing it's very funny, so it feels lighthearted. Interesting. Okay. Another thing, my dear pile 3, that I'm receiving here is while you guys know each other, this could be while you guys date, okay, in your dating phase. One of you guys could go through something that is a little bit difficult. Maybe, for example, I don't know, someone gets fired, or someone's loved one is maybe not feeling the best. It could really be anything. Maybe some kind of transformation that is not going very smoothly. Whatever it may be, one of you guys could go through it, and the other is going to be very supportive through it. So it kind of feels like one of you guys needs a little bit of support, and the other one will be there to support, and this will bring you guys even closer. This will bond you guys even more. I hope I can explain this the best way possible. It could even be a decision, by the way, that one of you guys has to make, and the other will be very supportive, helping the other person through this decision. For example, let's just say one of you guys is thinking about changing your job or changing something in your life, but you are not that sure about it, and you may even be a little bit doubtful. Well, the other person will support big time, and maybe even help, give advices, things to consider, whatever it may be. But I see you guys truly being there for each other, and this is gonna connect you even more. And it does feel like in the earlier stages of your relationship, or even in the dating phase. Okay, another message, my dear pile 3, I'm receiving regarding the question what you guys will bond over is, one second. Okay, what I'm hearing is this is about security. This is about you guys. I feel like both of you guys may want the same thing when it comes to relationships. Maybe both of you guys value the same things when it comes to relationships, and this is going to bring you guys even closer to each other. And as I said, the value or the importance of security is coming through. So maybe both of you guys, you need security in a relationship, you know? You need to feel secure with the other person. The safeness, a good strong foundation is such an important thing for you. And you know, you may share it with each other, and this is going to connect you even more because you feel like, wow, okay, this person is actually looking for the same thing that I'm looking for. And it's a beautiful, I'm hearing reassurance. You're also going to be very protective of this union. Let me tell you that. Very, very protective of this. Another thing, my dear pal 3, it could be the case that both of you guys, you surround yourself with very similar people. And this is also going to be very funny to you guys. For example, maybe your friends are very similar. For some of you guys, you could literally have maybe even mutual friends, but not for everyone. I feel like this is only for the minority. For the majority of you guys, it's not like the same friends, but maybe friends who are a little bit similar. And you will see that. And this will actually be very funny because it's kind of like they will get along with your friends very well, and you will get along with their friends very well because there is some kind of similarity that connects these people, you know. Maybe they are very grounded people, or maybe they're very, I'm hearing for some reason loyal. Loyalty is coming through pretty strongly here. Maybe they even have the same interests. Another thing, my dear pile 3, I would like to say with the High Priestess being here, the High Priestess is a very intuitive kind of card. It is this inner knowing that we have regarding something. And I feel like, my dear pal 3, this is for both of you guys. You will definitely at one point know that you are the right person for each other. I'm not getting when. It could be early on, it could be in the dating phase or in a certain period, but I see that you guys will know that yes, this is my person, this is who I have been searching for, this is the right partner for me. You will get this intuitive knowing. And this will bond you guys even more, you know, because it's kind of like you know that this is your person. Does that make sense? This is the message I'm receiving. I'm hearing you will know it's them. I will know that it's them. Very interesting. From all the three piles so far, my dear pile 3, your pile had a very special energy to it. Let me phrase it this way, something very special. All right, this is all I'm getting. So let's move to the candle wax reading. All right, my dear, I have to get your bowl and also your candle. So I will be right back. Hey, pal 3, welcome back. So as you can see, I have prepared everything for your reading. So yeah, let's start. I have your candle right here. Let's light it up for you guys. All right, so for my beautiful pal 3, as always, my dear, as always, please give me a moment and then let's see what messages we can get for you guys. Okay. The first thing, my dear pal 3, I am actually receiving is it's very interesting. My dear, what I'm getting is this person actually manifested you. Now, if you remember in the beginning of the reading, I talked about the fact that this is someone who's definitely ready for love. However, they're looking for their person, they're looking for the one for them. They don't just want to be in a relationship with anyone, but they want to be in a relationship with their person. And what I'm getting is that when this person meets you, when you guys are together, they will feel like they have truly manifested you. Whether they will say it, share it with you or not, but this is how they will feel. This person could be someone who's actually maybe knowledgeable about manifestation, but even if they're not, still they're going to feel like they've actually believed in finding someone like you and you entered their life. Maybe they're also going to feel like they sensed your arrival kind of before you entered their life. They knew that, there's somewhere, yeah, there's someone out there for them, and then you come across and you prove that to them. That's very interesting. That's very sweet. Okay, I definitely feel like, my dear, this is a love union. Like, both of you guys will fall in love with each other. If you remember when we were talking about what you will first notice about them, I talked about the fact that I feel like from your side, there is definitely coming some love at first sight. Now, what I'm receiving is that it's also coming from them. This person will be very, very attracted towards you. And if you remember, I also said that this is someone who's not just gonna welcome anyone into their life. This is someone protective of themselves. So maybe it's also gonna surprise them, how easy it is for them to open up to you, or how much desire they're gonna have to be closer to you. This could be something which is not like them at all, because they're very protective of themselves, and yeah, they think things through, but with you, it's like totally different. I'm hearing with you, it's not their mind thinking, but it's their heart feeling. You guys will definitely have great communication, let me tell you that. Yeah, they, as I said earlier, they are a great communicator, but also both of you guys and your relationship, the dynamic, definitely great communication, which is so, so, so important, you guys. This is also someone who's very passionate, and they're gonna feel very passionate towards you. I'm even hearing, for some of you guys, maybe you've never felt such a passion being directed towards you from a partner, and this is gonna be, yeah, a beautiful experience because you're truly gonna feel like they want you. This is a very passionate union. I feel like from both of you guys, you have great chemistry as well. This is the kind of relationship that can grow into creating a lot of great things together. Take it how it resonates, but for example, a family or maybe a business, you guys, you create great together. And also the physical attraction, by the way, it's pretty strong. You guys are gonna feel very physically attracted towards each other. Let me tell you that. Also, I'm hearing physically compatible for some reason. This is a relationship, my dear pal 3, you can look forward to. This is a very sweet relationship. This is a good partner, a good person as well. Wow. I love this energy. My dear pal 3, this is all I have for you guys for today. It was a pretty long reading. If you, my dear, would like to claim this energy for yourself, then let's go with a moon emoji. Drop a moon emoji in the comment section below if you would like to claim this reading for yourself. As always, if you haven't, I also invite you to subscribe to the channel. If you do, my dear, don't forget to hit the bell because otherwise you may not get notified when I upload an pick a card or candle wax reading. And my dear, as always, if you would like to connect with me more on Instagram, I invite you there as well. My beautiful pal 3, take care, my dear.